When the tourists sleep, Bangkok wakes. The city exhales under the glow of neon and the hum of distant engines. The heat that clung to the day begins to loosen its grip. A faint breeze moves through the alleys, carrying the scent of grilled meat and gasoline. At first, it feels quiet, almost gentle, but in Bangkok, silence never lasts long. The first echoes come from Sukhumvit, where laughter leaks out from behind mirrored doors. Men with untied ties drift from rooftop bars towards streets alive with color. Taxi drivers idle at corners, leaning against their doors, smoking and watching. Their meters click softly, waiting for stories to begin. Down below, the city is liquid light, red, green, and gold reflected on wet pavement. Every corner feels like a promise or a warning. Soy Cowboy is one of the first to wake fully. Music starts low, like a heartbeat returning after sleep. Neon signs blink back to life, announcing names that sound like dreams and temptations. The street fills with people who don't want the night to end. Across town, in Khao San Road, the rhythm is different. Backpackers spill onto the streets, plastic buckets in hand, chasing one more memory before dawn. Vendors flip skewers over glowing coals, faces lit orange by the fire. The smell of chili and fish sauce mixes with beer and sweat. It's chaos, but it's beautiful chaos. A kind that belongs only to this city at this hour. Behind every smile, there's a story. Behind every offer, a secret. Bangkok's night is a stage where truth and illusion dance side by side, and the audience is everyone who dares to stay awake long enough to see it. The deeper you walk, the stranger it becomes. You start to realize not all nightlife here is for tourists. In narrow soys off Sukhumvit, locals eat late dinners under fluorescent lights. Bowls of noodles clatter as tired workers share laughter over cheap beer. There's no show here, no masks, just life. Raw, unfiltered, unashamed. Further south, the Chao Phraya River flows black and silent. From the banks, lights shimmer like broken glass across the surface. Riverboats drift slowly past temples glowing gold in the distance. Even at midnight, monks walk the grounds, silhouettes moving through mist. The contrast is striking. Sacred stillness beside restless indulgence. This is Bangkok's secret rhythm. Temptation and tranquility intertwined. Every sound, from a motorbike to a distant chant, adds to the composition. The city doesn't sleep, it simply shifts moods. At RCA, the pulse quickens. Clubs shake with bass lines that make the pavement tremble. Inside, it's another world. Strobe lights, perfume, and the rush of 1,000 overlapping conversations. DJs sculpt the night into something almost spiritual. For a few hours, time dissolves into music. Strangers become friends, or something close enough to forget their names. But not far away, another Bangkok exists entirely, the night markets. Under tarpaulin roofs, old women count change beside piles of counterfeit sneakers. Young couples share mango sticky rice in the glow of naked bulbs. It's quieter here, but no less alive. Every stall has a heartbeat, every vendor a story worth hearing. Some sell vintage denim or secondhand cameras. Others deal in secrets, tiny objects, rare herbs, amulets whispered to bring luck. The smell of grilled squid follows you like perfume. The voices blur into a rhythm that's almost musical. By 2 a.m., the city's layers begin to overlap. Partygoers cross paths with monks on their way to early prayers. Street sweepers move between tuk-tuks and taxis, clearing the evidence of another wild night. The first light of morning hasn't arrived, but you can feel it waiting. At Lumpini Park, a handful of people sit by the lake, silent, eyes on the water. They've traded the noise for reflection. A fisherman drops a line, cigarette glowing faintly in the dark. Somewhere, a cat jumps from a bench and disappears into the trees. This is the side of Bangkok most visitors never see. Not the chaos, but the calm that follows it. When you stop chasing the noise, you start hearing the soul of the city. It speaks in whispers, not shouts. Every flickering streetlight, every empty bottle, every laugh that lingers in the air is part of that voice. A reminder that even the wildest cities crave peace eventually. In Chinatown, the late-night food stalls never close. Woks hiss, Flames rise, and tired cooks move like clockwork. Each dish is made for someone who's been dancing for hours, or driving all night, or just thinking too much to sleep. A bowl of noodles at 3 a.m. can taste like redemption. The broth warms more than your stomach. It quiets the chaos inside your head. Bangkok's nights are full of contradictions. You can find loneliness beside laughter, silence beside thunder. That's the beauty of it. It reflects whoever you are when you walk its streets. If you come to escape, it will offer distraction. If you come to search, it might offer truth. But Bangkok doesn't reveal itself all at once. It tests you first, with heat, temptation, and confusion. Only when you stop trying to control it do you begin to understand it. The night rewards surrender, not strategy. And so, as the clock passes 3, the city settles into its truest form. Not wild, not quiet, just alive. The bars thin out, but the whispers continue. Music fades, but the hum of engines and laughter remains. Somewhere, behind a row of closed shops, a hidden speakeasy still serves whiskey to those who know the password. Here, locals and travelers share the same silence. The air feels heavy yet calm, as if Bangkok itself is exhaling. Out on the street, rain begins to fall. Gentle at first, then steady. The neon reflects off puddles, doubling the city's glow. It's in moments like these that Bangkok feels eternal. The rain washes away the noise, but not the energy. Umbrellas bloom like flowers under streetlights. Lovers huddle close beneath awnings, laughing between thunderclaps. And through it all, the city keeps moving, slowly, beautifully, endlessly awake. The rain softens the edges of everything it touches. Neon signs ripple in puddles like broken promises trying to heal. Tuk-tuk drivers pull plastic over their seats, waiting for the downpour to pass. A few stay on the move, headlights slicing through the mist. It's quieter now, but not empty. Bangkok never empties. It just exhales. A man walks alone under a flickering sign, his reflection trailing behind him. Somewhere, music still plays, but it's faint, like a memory dissolving. At Patpong, the lights dim early tonight. The last dancers laugh as they trade heels for flip-flops, slipping into the shadows. The smell of rain mixes with perfume, smoke, and fried garlic. For a brief moment, the entire street feels suspended in time. Across the river, Wat Arun glows like a lantern in the dark. Its reflection trembles as the current flows beneath it. Tourists rarely see this view at this hour. It's sacred still, almost defiant in its peace. The monks begin to stir before sunrise. They move silently, their saffron robes flickering in the half-light. While one world winds down, another begins its day. That balance is what makes Bangkok feel alive even when it seems asleep. By 4 a.m., the food carts reappear, wheels squeaking over wet pavement. Vendors unfold their umbrellas, hands moving with practiced rhythm. Someone fries eggs beside the curb. Someone else brews coffee strong enough to erase the night. A group of workers finishes their shift and gathers to eat. Their laughter rises into the quiet air like birds waking up. The city feels different now, gentler, more human. The masks of nightlife have melted away with the rain. For the first time, you see faces without pretense. Eyes that reflect exhaustion, pride, and a kind of simple joy. Bangkok isn't defined by its chaos, but by its endurance. It keeps moving because it has to, and because it wants to. At the flower market near Memorial Bridge, women in aprons arrange garlands under buzzing lights. The scent of jasmine floats through the damp air. Trucks unload bundles of orchids and roses, fresh from the countryside. Every bloom feels like a small act of hope. Here, time slows again. The noise of nightlife has vanished, replaced by the rustle of petals and the low murmur of traders greeting the morning. By now, the sky begins to fade from black to gray. You can feel the warmth returning, like a secret the city can't hold any longer. Somewhere on Sukhumvit, a bartender locks up for the night. He looks up at the faint light and smiles. Another night survived. In a nearby alley, cats emerge from hiding, shaking the rain from their fur. A motorbike revs softly, echoing down the street like the day's first heartbeat. Bangkok's duality reveals itself most clearly at dawn. The sacred and the sinful, the restless and the serene. all coexisting without apology. Every temple bell that rings feels like forgiveness for the chaos that came before. Every sunrise a second chance. As daylight spreads across the skyline, the neon finally gives up its glow. The signs that shouted hours ago now rest in silence. The city's energy folds inward, waiting for night to wake it again. But even now, the pulse remains. Street cleaners move methodically, sweeping confetti, cigarette butts, and footprints into neat piles. What looks like aftermath is really preparation for the next story. Bangkok doesn't erase its nights, it layers them. Each one leaves a trace, a whisper for the morning to carry. You can still smell the night if you know where to look. In the damp pavement, in the warm air, in the eyes of those walking home. A young couple shares breakfast at a roadside stall, still dressed from the club. Their laughter feels like the last echo of the dark. Nearby, an old monk passes with his alms bowl. The moment their eyes meet, the city's contradictions make perfect sense. It isn't about right or wrong, peace or chaos, it's about acceptance. Bangkok is all of it, all at once. As the sun climbs higher, the gold rooftops of temples catch fire with light. For a moment, it looks like the whole city is burning in beauty. From the SkyTrain line, the streets below look calm again. But you know the truth. The calm is just an intermission. By tonight, the neon will return. The streets will breathe, sing, and seduce again, as they always do. The magic of Bangkok isn't that it stays awake. It's that it never pretends to be anything other than what it is. The city wears its contradictions proudly, devotion beside desire, serenity beside sin. And somehow, it works. Every traveler finds a different version of Bangkok. Some chase pleasure, some seek purpose, others just want to feel alive. No one leaves unchanged. The city gets under your skin and stays there, humming softly like a song you can't forget. When you finally leave, the sound of it follows you. The hiss of walks, the laughter in the rain, the echo of 1,000 footsteps fading into dawn. You realize Bangkok doesn't just exist in space, it exists in time. A rhythm that keeps playing long after you've gone. The night taught you something that daylight can't. That beauty doesn't always come in order, and truth doesn't always shine in gold. Sometimes it glows in neon, drips from rooftops, and hides behind alleyways filled with laughter. Sometimes it's raw, imperfect, and utterly real. As the morning traffic begins, you take one last look at the skyline. The city is fully awake now, but part of you still lives in its midnight heart. Because once you've seen Bangkok after midnight, you stop believing cities sleep. You start believing they dream. And in that dream, loud, colorful, unapologetic, you find a reflection of yourself. The part that refuses to fade, no matter how bright the morning gets. The sun breaks fully over the Chao Phraya, scattering diamonds across the water. The day begins again, and the night slips quietly into memory. But somewhere deep in the city, behind shuttered bars and closed markets, the heartbeat remains, waiting for darkness to return and start the cycle anew. Bangkok doesn't just live in the night. It becomes it, eternal, restless, and endlessly alive.